couple of days. She's been chasing birds because I just got home. And I fed her, and she's all full and ready to work. With bird watching. I've been at the reservoir most of this week, and we're getting ready for filling it. We had what we call the prefilling workshop, which is getting everybody in the same room and going over what's going to happen every single day of putting water into the reservoir. And it's a little bit more than that. Not just all the meetings that we've got to have to understand how much water we have available in the river and how much we're allowed to divert into the reservoir. We will have probably issues with pumps or things not working, and so whose responsibility is it to take care of that, and not just within my company but within all the contractors and the clients and the engineer in my company. And so we had that, and then the other part of the pre-filling workshop is going over dam safety and what to look for, and what would be considered an unusual condition that we would want to track when we start putting water in the reservoir. So it was a 2-day workshop. We had a lot of people fly in, which means it's kind of fun to have everybody in your company in the same room, and then going out to dinner in the evenings together and just talking about how it went and debriefing, and then just being on site and feeling like you're getting something done. And at one point we all left and we went to actually see the reservoir, and it was kind of cool because they finished this huge standpipe, which is open to the atmosphere, and I climbed up to the top and got this amazing panoramic view of the reservoir down into the reservoir and this huge pump station that we have. So I'll probably share it with you guys in a bit. But yeah, it was a very nice day out to be walking around the reservoir. And so I brought home a couple bookends with me. These are concrete pillows, I think. They use them to ship rebar to the site, I think. And so they're just construction debris that I pulled out of the reservoir. I've got 2 of them. I'm just going to put them on my bookshelf. And so which brings up, another question of, we've got all this construction debris, and obviously we don't want something like this going through our pump. So we've got to figure out a way to get it all out of there, maybe with a boat, or screening it, sucking all of the debris to one side into a screen and then removing it off the screen, or I don't know what else they'll do. It's not something that us as engineers decide, but it is, something we're thinking about when we're all sitting in the room together, thinking about what sort of geotechnical engineering forms we'll have to fill out, what to look for, how often do we want to be monitoring the embankment, how often do we want to be monitoring piezometers and survey monuments and survey plates, settlement plates, and all of the dotting of the I's and crossing of the T's. So hopefully we did a good job of explaining how we're going to be putting water into the reservoir and all the different modes of operation. So as we put water into a reservoir, we would want to test out all of the pumps and all of the systems. And the systems can run at different speeds or different combinations of pumps. So we want to try all of that for the first time as we're putting water into the reservoir. And at one point, we'll be putting water into the reservoir, and then we'll drain water back out of the reservoir, and we'll have our geotechnical people and our hydraulic engineer walk around the bottom of the reservoir and look for scour and damage, and they might say, hey, it looks really great, you can put water into the reservoir faster. We might say, no, we need to fix something, or they'll say, looks good, keep on chugging at the pace you're going. So yeah, it'll be fun when we start filling the reservoir. I think it'll be a non-event. We don't even have permanent power on the site yet, so none of the systems are working. It'll be gravity filled, so we've got water that's higher up here, and it will gravity down to the reservoir down here, which is we just open some valves and the water comes in. Yeah, so it'll be fun. Let's see. Last weekend was was the art studio tour, which is kind of fun in Austin. You just go into the different studios and people's houses, and everybody's got food out. And you talk to them about their art, and everybody does it on the east side. It's a lot of fun. They have it again this weekend. I went last weekend, so I probably won't go again this weekend. I did get out onto my balcony and cut out a ton of cacti, and of course I wore my boots, which they're like wedged heels. They don't really feel like heels, but they're heels. So I cut down a bunch of cacti with a machete and heels on my balcony. And the paddle cactus, just grow in like an invasive species, and so I tried to offer it to the complex to grow more cactus out front, and they were just like, no, we do not want any more cactus, just throw it in the trash. So that's what I ended up doing. I think I left a couple paddles, but the reason the birds are all out is because there's space now and they can get to their food feeder again, and so the cat is very happy and the birds are very happy, and everyone's happy. So yeah, it's very nice out. I'm gonna go for a run and maybe do a little bit of work, or maybe just hang out and get ready for a vegan Friendsgiving that we're having this weekend, which I'm pretty excited about. So yeah, I will see you guys next Friday. Bye!